We take it for granted, don't we? We simply turn on the TV and get the news, weather, sports, and entertainment. For most of Colorado, that just magically happens. This year, Herb Schubarth is recognized for being an innovator who used his skill and knowledge of electronics to constantly change television for Denver and around the nation.
I decided that I'd really like to get into broadcasting, so I went to KRDO Radio in Colorado Springs. Harry Hoth was the station manager at the time.
TV came to Colorado Springs when he constructed new TV facilities that put KRDO TV on the air in 1953.
We had what was called a small station package, single studio camera, single film camera, the minimum basic equipment required to start a television station. And when you've only got one camera, you have to be creative. We did get a second camera later on. We moved the transmitter from down there on A Street up to top of Cheyenne Mountain. We were the first ones up there with television. The equipment wasn't as reliable as it is today. Capacitors would short out and then cause resistors to virtually explode. Tubes would have internal shorts and cause other components to fail.
In 1961, he moved to KBTV Channel 9 in Denver, now KUSA TV, as assistant chief engineer. He drove a video truck from a station in Washington, D.C. to Denver to be their first Channel 9 remote truck.
A truck with a videotape recorder in it, and that's basically all it had in it.
It was used weekly for a broadcast from Calvary Temple and Pastor Blair.
We would take the studio cameras out of Channel 9 every Sunday morning, load them in the truck. We could hook the cameras up to existing cables. And the cables were very big, by the way.
In 1967, he became chief engineer. He was also the corporate director of engineering for Mullins Broadcasting and its successor, Combined Communications Corporation. The first real remote electronic news gathering truck in the city was built in his home driveway, away from prying eyes and close to his tools. After a test run halfway up Horsetooth Mountain on a four-wheel drive road for news shot from CSU, it was considered broken in.
The microwave from the truck would go to, at that time, either to Lookout Mountain or to the First National Bank building. It also had a new type of microwave, and then we could microwave with this other microwave to the truck from the stand-up reporter who could be a mile away. This gave us flexibility that no one else had at that time. The hardest places were downtown Denver. We had to virtually bounce a signal off of other buildings to get to the top of the bank building. It's remarkable how successful that was.
He was named VP of Engineering for Gannett Broadcasting in 1981. Herb was active with national industry organizations. In 1993, Herb received the National Association of Broadcasters Engineering and Achievement Award for visionary leadership in the implementation of advanced broadcasting technologies. For 43 years of dedicated comment to technological development and broadcast engineering. For the development of satellite news gathering. For the development of the first auto-tracking helicopter for news coverage.
The helicopter would have to actually point at the receive site. We installed the antennas up on Lookout Mountain. We used an Omni antenna on the helicopter that transmitted 360 degrees. The automatic tracker would automatically point the receive antenna at the helicopter. We could go virtually anywhere and get a signal back.
Gannett Broadcasting created the Herb Schubarth Award for Engineering Achievement in 1992. This was viewed as the highest recognition anyone in Gannett Broadcasting engineering could receive.
You can't be off the air. It's got to be right the first time, because once it goes on the air, there forever. Having a job that you look forward to go to work to every morning was important, and I never had a problem going to work.
The Broadcast Professionals of Colorado proudly welcome Herb Schubarth into the 2010 BPC Hall of Fame.